You're watching KMAC Red Raider Nation's Countdown to Kickoff.
Welcome back. We're going to send it to Mason one more time to tell us more about how raucous the Snyder Family Stadium can get on Saturdays in the fall.
Guys, Fort Snyder behind me is one of Joey McGuire's favorite places to play in the entire Big 12. And for good reason, because even with an 11 a.m. kickoff for this game, he expected that this place would be jam-packed with K-State fans.
Probably a little bit different is it's going to be a 11 a.m. kick instead of a 7 p.m. kick. You know, that won't matter as far as the number of fans. That's the thing that I love whenever you go there is, I mean, they're going to show up, you know, and they're going to be there, and so I think it's very, very comparable. We actually talked about that this morning about simulating some crowd noise. We're going to be in a hostile environment, and then we got to really lock in and concentrate.
Kickoff's getting closer and closer, guys. I'll see you for the What to Watch for us.
And now it's time for board games. Maybe we should get a little song for that one, too. Maybe not. Or maybe it's just me doing that over and over again. So, first one, over-under, how many rush yards for quarterback Adrian Martinez? About half of his rush yards for the whole season occurred a week ago against your alma mater.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Thoughts and prayers once again. We're going to set it at 70 and a half.
70 and a half. Okay. Well,
we want to get technical. We got to add on that 0.5.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and go with the over. I know he did the bulk of the damage against that Oklahoma offense, but I think if they are going to be successful, they being Kansas State's offense, they need him to run more. If you can get him to throw the football, you're doing pretty good, in my opinion. So I think they need to get the run going if they want to be able to beat the Red Raiders. So I'm going to go with over.
The over. For me, I don't like doing the under, but for here, I will do that because when you rush for 148 yards, you're going to take a lot of hits, just like he did against Oklahoma last week. And it just so happens they have an All-American do-it-all running back in Deuce Vaughn, like Mason just mentioned. Yep. So I think it's his turn to share the workload for this week as they take on Texas Tech. And now we got another over-under coming at you. How many turnovers will be forced by Tech's defense? Let's go with 1.5. Once again, that 1.5 is the technical term that we gotta do
Tech
here.
Defense is going to. I'm gonna go. I should have just left it, right?
You should have, yeah.
I'm going to go with the over on this one, I believe. I'll go with the over. I just, until they, it's Adrian Martinez. The dude turns the ball over like a machine, at least in his career at a different school. I think he's going to regress to the mean here, right? He's eventually due a turnover, and I think today is the day.
And I am in agreement with you because I'm also going to go with the over. Texas Tech has been trying to be the take 3 university, and they've yet to force 3 turnovers this season. You know, Joe McGuire is going to be preaching that in practice, and of all the quarterbacks to match up against to get 3 turnovers, it's Adrian Martinez because, like you said, he's eventually got to go back to his days at Nebraska.
Yeah, threw 10 interceptions last year.
He's had like 40 turnovers in his college career. I think it's lasted, I don't know, when he started playing in college, 2010.
It feels like I always get him confused with the other Martinez that played at Nebraska, so it feels
Taylor
like 20
Martinez. They're actually not related. I thought they were.
All right, this is the headline.
I'm going to let you go first because I want to add a little art to mine.
All right, you're going to put, okay, there you go. I'm going to go with Little Apple turnover. We'll just stick with the turnover theme. If the Texas Tech defense gets their 3, they probably come away with a win. On the other side of the ball, Kansas State leads the conference with 7 interceptions. We know Donovan has struggled throwing the football. There's a turnover in there somewhere. You could get the win by turning over the Little Apple, or they could turn you over and get. It was ambiguous. You could choose. It goes either way.
Well, for me, it's also, we're in the fall, so we're in the middle of pumpkin spice season, but also people sleep on apple turnovers, apple pies, apple cider, all the good apple stuff. You can't forget about all of that because that's the good stuff.
Much better than pumpkin spice, in my opinion. But anyway,
I think I agree with you. For me, it's going to be deuces because we are going to see. That's him throwing up the deuce sign. Yeah. I was not an art major by any means, but you know, he's going. Like I said, he's going to get a lot of the workload in this ball game. And like I said last week with Bijan Robinson, he had himself a pretty good game up until that very last play, and I think we're going to see a lot of Deuce Vaughn as well this time around. And that was board games.
It was board games.
That was board games. And we'll wrap up here with the games that you can find on KMAC later today. First up, right after us, it's Oklahoma, David's Oklahoma Sooners, I should say, visiting TCU. That's at Amon G. Carter Stadium. And then we've got a couple of ranked ACC teams. Wake Forest is looking to get right against the unbeaten Florida State Seminoles. And then the nightcap, we have the NC State Wolfpack Tech's Week 3 opponent visiting Clemson in the other Death Valley, I should say. NC State, I'm really rooting for you guys here. Please stay unbeaten. Please beat those Clemson Tigers. That's the South Carolina grad in me coming out. Stick around. We have what to watch for when we come back.